Good afternoon. My name is Rebecca Mueller. I am the Program Director of the Master of Physician Assistant Studies, or MPAS program, here at the Max Redi College of Medicine. And I'm very pleased to welcome the students, parents, family, and friends to the MPAS class of 2027 Inaugural Exercises and Stethoscope ceremony. And I don't want to forget those of us joining online. I am also happy that you're joining from there. I will open with a brief land acknowledgement. The University of Manitoba campuses and research spaces are located on the original lands of the Anishinaabe, Innuit, Ashinewek, Dakota, Dene, and Inuit peoples, and on the national homeland of the Red River Métis. We respect these treaties that were made on these territories, we acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. And I will point out the murals that we do have here. They went up a couple years ago, and each year we continue to progress, and they're quite beautiful, representing some of the reason we are here and grateful to be on this space. So I feel very honored to be here today, welcoming each of you to the beginning of your new educational journey. You are the second class of 30 students that we are welcoming. And we have several special guests behind me on the stage joining us today. They have all been instrumental to patient care in Manitoba, the PA profession, and medical education. I will first invite Kukum Charlotte Nolan to provide an opening prayer. Kukum Charlotte is Two-Spirit Métis with Ojibwe and Cree background, and she has devoted her life to teaching younger people in regards to being Two-Spirit, trans, and Indigenous. She is a survivor of the 60s scoop, and she walks with firsthand knowledge of the trauma that Indigenous peoples continue to overcome today. It is a privilege to hear her wisdom and knowledge. Please join me in welcoming Kukum Charlotte.
Danse, bonjour. Hanista, ne powis kavskauki hu esquia. Equa, make a sue, Mr. Tim and Pimpata. Equa, Charlotte. Ki hu ne dodem, Red River Settlement, Dochin. Tastawiniau in the new and Snabe Utipimiswak. Greetings, my relatives. It's an honor for me to stand here today and to bring blessings on this ceremony. When I look at all these young people and their journey that they'll be traveling on, it fills my heart with love, gratitude, and knowing that the medical field will be filled with beautiful young people who come from a place from here. Yes, this is a beautiful gift, but when we live here, we live with all of humanity. No tawinak say Manitou, kinanas komatin, for the gift of life and the blessings of creation. Kinanas komatin, gagina kumakanak, kinanas komatin, kignaski, maskiki, ekwa, mitsu. Ah, les créateurs, merci pour la journée. Merci pour les petits-enfants, les jeunes, les parents, les aînés. Merci les créateurs pour tout ce que vous nous donnez. Our Creator, grandmothers, grandfathers, I give thanks for the blessings that you bestow upon us. And I ask you, Creator, Kukumnao, Mosumnao, to look after us and to help us as we, as human beings, are pitiful people. We need your love and understanding. We need your guidance in the things that we do. If I've forgotten anything, Creator, please accept them in my sound prayers. Yaginak makanak tutma pakante, all my relations, mitakwase. Ekose, oh.
Thank you. Dean Nickerson is a 1986 alum in medicine. He's also a nephrologist. He has a very collaborative and collegial leadership style, strong knowledge of research, and a commitment to advancing interprofessional education. MPAS is honored to have Dean Nickerson join us today to speak to this class. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I want to first welcome the Honorable Uzuma Azaguara, Deputy Premier and Minister of Health, Seniors and Long-Term Care, the Honorable Renee Cable, Minister of Advanced Education, Kukum Charlotte Nolan, Elder in Residence on Gomasin, the Indigenous Institute of Health and Healing, Dr. Ainsley Mahaichuk, Registrar, College of Physicians and Surgeons of Manitoba, Kaylee Braun, Physician's Assistant, Winnipeg Regional Health Authority, and Manitoba Director, Canadian Association of Physician Assistants, and all of our special guests on the platform and our faculty and staff in the audience, and most importantly, the MPAS class of 2027, their families and partners. You've worked hard to get into this competitive competition. We received well over 240 applications, and just 30 of you make up the class of 2027. And while this is a doubling of the class, and we thank the government of Manitoba for investing in our doubling, the demand for this program is even greater. So I want to congratulate you on reaching this important milestone. The incoming class has an impressive 60 credit hour grade point average of 4.17. That is truly amazing. You are extremely well qualified to be in this program. 83% of you are from Manitoba, and 20% of the class identify as Indigenous. Each of you brings your unique experiences, diverse backgrounds, and valuable skills to the MPAS program. Many of you have prior healthcare experience. There is a rural paramedic, a military medic, and a laboratory technician from the National Microbiology Laboratory that make up this class. You have plenty of volunteer experience, which includes work in hospital, a long-term care home, and a medical clinic, to name just a few. Now you're ready to learn new skills and face new challenges as you begin your rigorous 2-year MPAS program. You have a lot of work ahead of you, but I have no doubt you will continue to grow into outstanding healthcare professionals and play a key role in addressing our province's healthcare challenges. The University of Manitoba Master of Physician Studies program was one of the first of 2 programs in the country launched in 2008, and the first at the master's level. There are now 6 physician assistant programs in Canada, and the U of M has set the standard for PA education and laid a solid foundation to support new physician assistant program development. And Manitoba was the first province to recognize and regulate PAs in this country. The curriculum here at U of M will prepare you to be adaptable in any clinical environment, from primary health care to consulting and specialty practice to hospital-based roles. The MPAS program has an impressive 100% employment rate at the time of graduation, and graduates have nearly 100% pass rate on the national certification exam. So I have no doubt that you are A, going to find a job, and B, you're going to do really well on getting your national exams. You're joining an outstanding program at the University of Manitoba that trains exceptional physician assistants and graduated more than 200 physician assistants since its launch 17 years ago. You will be joining them in making a difference to healthcare delivery across Manitoba. Now, part of this is interprofessional collaboration. It's a focus of our faculty, and I expect you will gain much insight through the Office of Interprofessional Collaboration that will bring you together as students from across all colleges to learn about and with and from one another, mirroring interprofessional teams in today's healthcare system. There's growing evidence that healthcare professionals working together as part of an interdisciplinary team improves the quality of care and patient outcomes. As future physician assistants, you will work alongside many of your fellow Faculty of Health Science students in dentistry, dental hygiene, medicine, nursing, pharmacy, and rehabilitation sciences. So once again, congratulations on your achievement to date and your selection to this excellent program. Under the leadership of Program Director Becky Muller and the leaders and faculty within the Department of Family Medicine, we're proud to have you as University of Manitoba MPAS students. I wish you all the best and enjoy this special day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean Nickerson. Next, we welcome the Honorable Uzoma Azaguara, Minister of Health, Seniors and Long-Term Care. The minister has been a dedicated advocate for improving access to care, supporting healthcare workers, and building a stronger health system for all Manitobans. Please join me in welcoming Minister Ana Saguara.
Good afternoon, everyone. Are you excited? Yeah, I can tell. How excited are you? Let's make some noise for all of these class of 2027. It is a really exciting day. This is a huge milestone, and I am so grateful and I am so honored to be able to be here alongside my colleague, Minister Cable, to welcome and congratulate each and every one of you, and to thank you for choosing this calling. Choosing a career in healthcare is choosing a calling. It's an incredibly rewarding pathway, but it is not chosen by everyone, right? It takes very special people to choose this path to provide care and this path of service career-wise. PAs are invaluable parts and members of our healthcare system. Manitoba has set the stage for what PAs can do across the country. And I want to commend your advocates and your leaders in this space. I look behind me because whether it was social media, at the grocery store, at the ledge, I couldn't get away from your leaders who made it very clear that we needed to train more of you in Manitoba. And so we worked together with the University of Manitoba, with our partners, to make sure that we could double the training seats. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the second group of 30 PAs training in Manitoba. That is going to help transform our healthcare system. And Dr. Nickerson shared some really important stats with all of you, but the stat he didn't talk about was how many of you we need to stay in Manitoba after you're done. And that is 100% of you. All right, so let's make some noise for the percentage that we hope to see staying to practice care, providing care in our great province. 100% of you, we hope, will stay in our province. We want to make sure that you're excited to be a part of our healthcare teams, that you know you have a government that has your back. That is something the Premier says often because it is true. Our job was not just to work together to double your training seats. Our job is to make sure that you are part of a healthcare system where you feel safe, respected, dignified, celebrated, and affirmed. You are going to have even more opportunities than there are right now in our healthcare system because collectively, all the folks on this stage, folks across the system, we are listening to what your voices are saying, what your needs are, and we are making sure that you have more opportunities, not less, to practice to your full scope right here in Manitoba. So congratulations to all of you. Take in this moment, figure out how you like your coffee. You're gonna need it. And we cannot wait to welcome you to the front lines as an invaluable part of our healthcare teams. Congratulations.
Thank you, Minister. We are very pleased to be joined by a second minister today, the Honourable Renee Cable. She's the Minister of Advanced Education and Training. She is a strong champion for students, lifelong learning, and the future of our province's workforce. We're very grateful for her support of programs like ours that prepare the next generation of PAs. Please welcome the Minister.
This is awesome. Minister Saguara, they're a tough act to follow, so I will say ditto, same. And I first want to thank Elder Charlotte for the beautiful opening, and thank you for being here. And you always open the space in such a good way and remind us to stay grounded and remember our obligation to one another. I'm struck by the fact that I dressed like you today. It was a complete oversight, but I couldn't be prouder to try to blend in with this phenomenal group of people. I can't wait to see you on the front lines. So grateful that you've chosen Manitoba and you've chosen this path. I'm a mom of two, and I think not only about the healthcare system right now, but what we're going to need in the future. And I couldn't be prouder that this is the face of healthcare. I see some parents in the audience, or aunts and uncles, loved ones who look pretty misty at this moment. And thank you for being here. Please give yourselves a round of applause for being the supportive folks that you are. And thank you for trusting this school and this system with your most precious people. We'll take good care of them, and we will treat them well. So thrilled for all of you, and congratulations. Go get them.
Thank you, Minister Cable. Also, I apologize. I don't know if you can see, there is a stool behind this podium for me, and I have asked everybody to stand awkwardly behind it. So thank you for all of you for allowing me that. Next up, we have Dr. Ainsley Mihalchuk. She's the Registrar of the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Manitoba and plays a key role in our profession. She is a family physician and graduate of this university's medical program in 2006. She is an advocate for patient safety and supporting continuous quality improvement within our profession. And she does a great job of illustrating the impact that we can make in responding to healthcare challenges in our province. Please welcome Dr. Mihalchuk.
Thanks, everybody. It's great to be here. Thank you to Kukum Charlotte for the beautiful blessing today. And good afternoon to my esteemed colleagues, Dr. Nickerson, the Honorable Ministers Azaguera and Cable, and you as honorable colleagues and students, families and friends, and everybody who's here today. It's my absolute pleasure to have been invited to participate in the Master of Physician Assistant Studies Class of 2027 Inaugural Exercise as the Registrar of the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Manitoba, the regulatory body to which you now all belong. So congratulations. I think we need more applause to say congratulations for being here as part of this class. 30 of you, fantastic. We know today is the beginning of a new and rewarding journey and marks your formal acceptance of the duties and responsibilities attached to the medical profession. Each of you has earned your place in those seats through your perseverance, passion, and commitment to excellence. You have proven that you have the necessary knowledge, skill, and attitudes to be successful in this role. So today is a moment to reflect on all the effort and hard work that you have invested, but also time to refocus on this next phase of your personal growth and career development. Manitoba has long recognized, as we've already heard, the importance of physician assistants in enhancing healthcare delivery, and we were among the first provinces to create a legislative and regulatory framework for physician assistants. Now other provinces are following suit because they realize the value that you bring to patient care. And it's pretty excited that this group has expanded to 30 of you, and in 2 years, that's 30 more of you on the front lines of our healthcare system. And as I will make another plug, that really the only place you should practice is in Manitoba. It's a great province, and we want you here. So Manitoba is also very diverse and multicultural, and the medical profession and your class represents this diversity. When you practice in Manitoba, you must do so with an awareness of different cultural perspectives. This means being aware of our own cultural lenses and biases and how they impact care. Manitoba is home to the largest population of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people in the country. Culturally safe care is not optional. It is a vital component of professional competence. Combating anti-Indigenous racism in healthcare is not just a societal obligation, it is a professional one. And this means an understanding of the history of colonialism, addressing its ongoing impacts in our structures, and being committed to justice and healing. At the University of Manitoba, you are fortunate that you will receive education on culturally safe medical care and Indigenous health and healing. Embrace these teachings and use them to improve equity and health outcomes for First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people here in our province and across the country. All of us, physicians and physician assistants, must take responsibility for confronting systemic inequities and ensuring care is free from bias. So you're entering medicine at a time when patient-centered care is no longer just a guiding principle, it is an ethical imperative. It means listening, respecting, and responding to the individual needs, values, and lived experiences of each patient. As a physician assistant, you will use your knowledge and expertise to contribute to the diagnosis and treatment plan, but more importantly, the time you spend establishing relationships with your patient and their family and creating a safe space for healing will be your true impact. Embrace the privilege that you have every day to help people when they need you the most, and always stay grounded in your own humanity. Take care of yourself as well as you do others. Stay connected to your own friends and family, and remember the importance of nurturing those relationships as well. So much is going to happen in the next 2 years, and it will go by so fast. Try and slow down where you can and make the most of every opportunity. You are the future of a better system and better healthcare. Congratulations on being chosen to honor the virtues of the profession, including compassion, honesty, humility, integrity, and prudence. You have a sacred responsibility to care for people at their most vulnerable, to make decisions that transform lives, and to balance your knowledge with heart and compassion. Recognize that you can and will make a difference, and that starts today. The next 2 years will challenge you, they will humble you, but becoming a physician assistant will reward you in ways that are profound and deeply human. CPSM, the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Manitoba, is here for you as a resource, a guide, and a partner in your journey. And welcome to the profession.
Thank you, Dr. Mihalchuk. It is now my pleasure to invite PA Callie Braun, Director of the Manitoba Chapter of the Canadian Association of Physician Assistants. Callie is a graduate of the MPAS program here at the University of Manitoba, and she currently works in internal medicine at HSC. She has truly been a tireless advocate for this profession, supporting both current and future PAs. She worked tirelessly working to support an expansion of this program, as well as financial equity to allow this program to be accessible to others. All doing this while promoting excellence in patient care across the province. We're happy to be able to welcome PA Braun.
Hello, and welcome to the inaugural ceremonies for the class of 2027. I am pleased to yet again bring congratulations on behalf of the Canadian Association of Physician Assistants. My name is Callie, I'm an MPAS grad and a PA working in internal medicine here at HSC. Last year, we were very excited to welcome the first cohort of 30 students. Along with the 30 of you here today, we have the largest year 1, year 2 group ever. But the profession in Manitoba is still very small. Seriously, there are 2 PAs named Steve in the whole province, and one of them is sitting over there. So why would you want to be part of this profession? Is it that you'll be afforded more time to spend with patients, more time to know their story, more time to hear their concerns? Is it that you provide continuity of care to patients and their families in a field with a revolving door of learners who will soon be on their next rotation, or physicians who are on call just for the week? Is it that you're a trusted colleague, decreasing physician burnout, becoming such an integral member of the team that things don't function quite as well in your absence? Is it the excitement you get when you cross paths with another PA working in a clinic, on a ward, or consult service? That you know the quality training they had? Or is it the opportunity to be a change maker in an evolving care provider role? The role of a PA advocate may seem daunting at the outset. After all, you're just starting your journey. You've had your eye on this profession for a while, then you'll know that there's been rapid growth in the past few years. The number of PA training spots has increased, both via the expansion of existing programs and the creation of new programs in Nova Scotia, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. PAs are now practicing in every province in Canada, which sounds simple but was no easy feat. As a student, you can promote the profession by putting your best foot forward. After all, you're now part of the PA family. Network amongst your peers. Educate family, friends, patients, complete strangers what a PA is. Consider using your capstone project to bring about change. For example, a recent capstone project focused on the financial challenges faced by physician assistant students helped lead to PA trainees being recognized for professional lines of credit across Canada. As you move into practice, you may be asked to precept, join committees, or even become faculty. Find an area that you're passionate about and get involved. Advocate for PAs to be part of the decision-making process for outcomes that affect our profession. Come armed with information and know that change does not happen overnight. I wish you all the best in your next 2 years of studies, and again, congrats on behalf of CAPA.
Thank you, PA Braun. And thank you to all of our guest speakers thus far for taking the time to impart your wisdom and inspiration to the class of 2027. I do want to take a few moments to speak to you myself. You were chosen from a highly competitive pool of applicants. As was already mentioned by Dean Nickerson, we have a difficult program to get into with a roughly 10% admission rate. Every detail of your application was carefully reviewed, and you earned your place here. So be confident, even in hard times, you deserve to be here. The next 2 years will be demanding. The pace and volume of material will stretch you in ways you can't yet imagine. There will be moments of challenge and discouragement. In those times, it is most important to take care of yourself. Eat, sleep, hold on to humor and joy and your family and friends. They will carry you through. Soon you will be meeting patients. Approach every encounter with humility and respect. Remember that medicine is not only about knowledge and skill, it is about compassion, humanity, and understanding. Patients bring with them complex lives shaped by many factors, and our responsibility as clinicians is to meet them where they are with care and accountability. As you begin this journey, I encourage you to be brave. Ask questions, make mistakes, and learn from them. Step beyond your comfort zone. This is where true growth occurs and where you will find the power to make lasting change. To recognize and induct each one of you into the class of 2027, we distinguish each learner with a stethoscope in our stethoscope ceremony. Receiving your first stethoscope serves as a milestone in the life of every PA student. The stethoscope represents the relationship between the practitioner and the patient, highlighting the most important part of healthcare. As the stethoscope is only useful when there is communication between the practitioner and the patient, because you must first and foremost listen. I will call each of you by name to the stage, along with a brief description of you. Upon entering the stage, you will be draped, so you will walk up here, okay, up the steps here, behind me, and over to Dr. Sheldon Permack, who will drape a stethoscope around you. Okay, and then you will then exit over here, back to your seats. After which, I will ask you to stand, and Dean Dickerson will lead us through the physician's oath. Adeoluwami Ayo Adatoro. Born in Nigeria, Ayo moved to Winnipeg at the age of 11 and earned a Bachelor of Science in Genetics with a minors in Psychology and Chemistry. He has worked as a surgical assistant in ophthalmology and was active in Black Student Empowerment Society, promoting mental health dialogue. Ayo enjoys soccer, geography, and trivia, and he has a love of the Croc shoes. Alexa Gertler. I apparently called the wrong name out of order. I apologize. Who am I supposed to call next? This is literally the most nerve-wracking moment of the entire job. I am very sad. Okay, so this is the order I have. Not the order here. Just give me this. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Amika Anand. Winnipeg born. Amika earned a Bachelor of Science in Psychology with distinction. And as a first-generation Canadian, she often acted as translator and advocate for her family, and she speaks English, Punjabi, and Hindi. She co-led the U of M Pre-PA Club and is committed to patient-centered care. Alexander Belmar. Winnipeg-born, Alexandra holds a bachelor's in kinesiology and a master's in biomechanics with research in child health and injury prevention. She has competed in rugby and handball, serves on the Rugby Manitoba board, and stays active through travel and walking her dogs. Okay. Kiana Bergman. Kiana earned a Bachelor's of Science in Biology from the University of Winnipeg and works at the National Microbiology Laboratory, or worked until now, including outbreak response in Nunavut. She has volunteered as a crisis counselor at Clinic Community Health and enjoys triathlon, cycling, and sewing. Sarah Bernardine. I apologize, Sarah. Sarah Bernardin. She's earned a Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience from the University of Winnipeg and worked as a research assistant on multiple health projects, as well as a tutor and teaching assistant. She enjoys reading, painting, and spending time with family, friends, and her cats. All right. Next. I lost my spot. Find it. Here we go. Alexis Kincaid. From Brandon, Alexis earned an honors and Bachelor of Science in Biology while competing in varsity volleyball at Lakehead University. She has coached, mentored Indigenous youth and led community programs in Thunder Bay. She's passionate about movement and balance and aims to serve rural and Indigenous communities. Victoria Chow. I apologize. Victoria Chow. Okay. Victoria was born in Hong Kong but raised in Ontario. She's inspired to pursue healthcare after her family's experience with cancer. She holds an honors of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Biology from Western University and enjoys volleyball, pottery, puzzles, and guitar. Dominique Chud. From Gimli, Manitoba, Dominique holds degrees in biochemistry and English and a master's in cultural studies. They are passionate about trauma-informed care, holistic healthcare, and active in Winnipeg's queer community. Outside of school, Dominique enjoys music, Ukrainian dancing, time with family, and walking their dog Tobacco with partner Dane. Rain Cook. Rain graduated with a Bachelor of Science from the University of Manitoba and is passionate about pediatrics and family medicine. She values balance, enjoys hiking, gym time, bubble tea, and cabin life. She looks forward to becoming a PA. Monique Gauthier. Monique graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Biology from the University of Manitoba and worked as an ophthalmic technician. She enjoys being active in the Winnipeg theater community, advocating for BIPOC and queer voices through leadership and production. Alexa Gertler. Originally from Calgary and Ottawa, Alexa completed a Bachelor of Health Science at Carleton University. She has worked with children, teens, and individuals with diverse abilities, most recently supporting concussion patients. She enjoys hiking, cycling, yoga, and looks forward to hands-on learning and placements. Caitlin Gatormson. Caitlin is from Winnipeg, and she earned a Bachelor of Science in Human Nutritional Sciences with a minor in Health Sciences. She brings experience as a gymnastics coach, physio aide, pharmacy assistant, and she also spent significant time on research and rehab for youth with disabilities. She enjoys resistance training, boxing, ultimate frisbee, and time outdoors. Rachel Herzog. Rachel holds a Bachelor of Science from the University of Manitoba and has researched the PA education and scope of practice, publishing in the Journal of Physician Assistant Education about the radiographic curriculum and CAPA and programs across Canada. She's shadowed nearly 300 hours of Manitoban PAs and developed a strong interest in emergency medicine. She enjoys running, holiday decorating, and walking her dog, Mr. Bean. Okay. Kurt Colson. Kurt is from Winnipeg and holds both a Bachelor of Science and a Master of Science in microbiology. He has presented research internationally and developed diagnostic tools at the National Microbiology Laboratory. He's active in his church and hospital volunteering, and he enjoys cooking, sports, and traveling with his wife, Camilla. Sydney Lawrence. With Métis and Jewish heritage, Sydney completed a Bachelor of Applied Science in Human Behavior with a minor in Indigenous Studies at McMaster University. She has experience in gastroenterology research, interventional radiology, and women's health advocacy. She also led canoe expeditions and values integrating Indigenous knowledge into healthcare. Joey Lynn. Born in Belize and raised in China and Ontario, Joey holds a Bachelor of Science from the University of Waterloo. She has worked in medical administration, primary care, and community volunteering with a strong focus in healthcare equity. She enjoys Pilates, gardening, and food exploration. Maria Regine Magnique. Born in Singapore with roots in the Philippines, Maria earned a Bachelor of Science in Genetics at the University of Manitoba. She founded the Pre-PA Society in 2021 and is passionate about community and mentorship. She is a runner and recently completed her first marathon. Kale Mayer. Kale grew up in Thompson, Manitoba, and completed a Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences at the University of Manitoba. He has conducted research on rheumatoid arthritis in Indigenous populations and worked in rural clinics. Kale hopes to improve healthcare access in the north. Karina McClellan. Karina earned a degree in human biology while completing the NCAA Division I soccer at South Dakota State University. She has volunteered locally and abroad and now works as a paramedic in rural Manitoba. She is passionate about serving underserved communities. Cassidy McNeil. Cassidy holds a Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences with a minor in chemistry. She has experience in childcare, veterinary work, and lab research. She enjoys outdoor activities, crocheting, and caring for her dog Ollie, and is eager to develop her clinical skills. Karen Mahalik. Karen earned a Bachelor of Science in Microbiology from the University of Manitoba and worked at the National Microbiology Laboratory, developing diagnostic tools for resource-limited settings. She enjoys running, biking, reading, and baking. Fallon Mitchell. A proud Red River Métis from Winnipeg. She graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. She has worked as a physio aide supporting patient rehabilitation and enjoys sports, hiking, and family time. She values connection and accessible health care. Erica Moore. Erica earned a Bachelor of Science in Microbiology at the University of Manitoba and gained experience through hospital volunteering and research. She worked as a physiotherapy aide and runs a small baking business. She enjoys time at the lake, coffee shops, and walking her dog. Alexa Palmer. She is a Franco-Manitoban from St. Boniface. Alexa completed a Bachelor of Health Sciences at the University of Manitoba. She has worked in health promotion, youth education, and respiratory disease research and has volunteered at the WRHA Breast Health Center. She hopes to practice in both English and French. Juxi Ramirez. Born in Colombia, Juxi earned a Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences with distinction from Brandon University with minor in chemistry and sociology. She has worked in pharmaceutical quality control and as a research technician studying the role of pets in aging. She enjoys running and weightlifting. Carly Schenk. Carly completed a Bachelor of Kinesiology at the University of Manitoba and worked with Manitoba's COVID-19 response team in the Minister of Health's office, a long-time Career of Science and Kinesiology for McMaster, and has volunteered widely, including during the COVID-19 pandemic and working in a clinical rehab. She enjoys mentoring, student leadership, exploring cuisines, and outdoor activities. Alexis Weitzel. Alexis grew up in Winnipeg and later earned her Bachelor of Science in Biology at Thompson Rivers University in BC. She has volunteered in ER, ICU, and surgical settings and values building connections through patient care. She enjoys hiking, running, and traveling. Casey Yu. She's a first-generation Chinese Canadian and holds a Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences from the University of Manitoba. She is passionate about serving marginalized populations, shaped by her own immigrant experience. She enjoys walks with her partner and cat, running, and trying new cuisines.
Become incredible friends that will have lifelong journeys together. So with that, we're going to do it all together. So on 3, 2, 1. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit consideration of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with consciousness and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you very much. You can be seated.
Okay. And I would like to welcome Dr. Sheldon Permack to the stage to bring our ceremony to a close. Dr. Permack is a UM alum in the medical class of 1980. He is the associate head of the Department of Family Medicine. And he is a respected leader in Manitoba's healthcare community and a strong supporter of the PA profession. He does teach PA learners every year since the beginning of this program. So please welcome Dr. Permack.
want to thank you very much for having me here this afternoon. This is my second year addressing you, and it's just as exciting this year as last. So it's very exciting to address you, and very exciting not to have to compete with the blender. It's a great honor to be on stage here with COCOM Charlotte and Minister Asagwara, Minister Cable, Dr. Mahalchuk, Callie Brown and Rebecca, and Dr. Dean Nickerson. Good afternoon to everyone here, their proud families, everyone who's traveled here today to support and celebrate the role of physician assistants and their bright futures in Manitoba. I'm a family doctor. I'm associate department head, as Rebecca said. The PA program is within the Department of Family Medicine, and I think that's exactly where it should be. They've been welcome. We've had a tremendous partnership since they've been coming on board. I'm proud and honored to be given the opportunity to talk to you here today. And the address is certified ChatGPT and AI free. It comes from the heart, which is what maybe they asked me to speak. The physician assistant program is located in our department. I've been teaching first and second year. I'll show you those stories of being in PA practice where you can make a difference to a very tense encounter just by being there and being a PA and who you are. It broke the ice for us, and the connection led to a successful resolution of the meeting. So Scott had asked me to remind all the new students to stay curious. The hard work and challenging times are difficult, but having an ongoing sense of curiosity, even after 15 years being at the rock face of primary care. And he says you can never know everything there is to know, but there's satisfaction in continually acquiring knowledge, improving your skills, and treasuring the relationships that you develop. This new group of physician assistant students in front of me gives me great hope for the future, having seen my PA students for over a decade leading and teaching research service and leading the healthcare system and making a real difference. They've markedly improved the care of patients in Manitoba and across Canada. I'd like to take the opportunity again to just reiterate what other speakers have said about the leadership role the University of Manitoba plays nationally in the physician assistant universe. We achieve this by setting high standards with a world-class program and providing a master's level degree in physician assistant studies. So what I did is I asked all my PA contacts for some words of wisdom for you. So I first went to anatomy Steve Piotrowski, who's PA faculty who I worked with when he was a primary care PA. And he was talking about the passion and knowledge and energy that PA brings to the current healthcare crisis. We're in an unprecedented era with lack of access to primary care, extreme wait times in the ER, and for specialists. As an aside, I had a letter this week about a patient I'd sent to a specialist, and they sent back it was a 4-year surgical wait. This is on the background of burnout of healthcare providers in all disciplines. So you, the incoming PA class, are vital support the healthcare needs of our province going forward. Another experienced family medicine PA I've worked with is Catherine Capina. She's very passionate about medicine as a team sport. She says everyone relies on each other, the PAs themselves and other disciplines, learn from everybody and bring a humility to every interaction. Confidence is important, but overconfidence is dangerous. Asking for help is not a failure. It's part of providing exceptional safe care and a part of the never-ending journey of learning in medicine as a physician assistant. Her motherly collegial advice is, don't forget to eat. So, all the mothers can agree with that. Days will get crazy and busy. It helps to keep a little snack in your pocket at your desk, and she recommends a granola bar from personal experience. No one wants a hangry PA. One of my former students, Emily Hayward, wanted you to feel that PAs have the ability to take extra time to advocate for our patients within our overburdened healthcare system, going through the labyrinth of healthcare to optimize care. It's important to never forget how important and crucial to create space with our patients so the patient have a relation to the healthcare system and work towards preventative care that everyone hopes to achieve. Medicine and PA profession involves lifelong learning, and compassion and passion you bring into this PA profession is so imperative. They talked a little bit about the Capstone project earlier. This was my first year supervising a PA student on adults with intellectual disabilities in primary care. And it was amazing how much I learned by being involved with it and giving me more empathy and understanding of that population and how we could better meet their care in primary care, which is something that I like to focus my practice on. Manitoba's healthcare system has faced great stresses, as everybody knows: COVID, wildfires, increases in people experiencing poverty, suffering from substance abuse, on a foundation of scarce health human resources. I'm excited to see everybody here with happy faces, looking forward to starting their career to help Manitobans navigate through the healthcare system along with their teams and go through the locked doors that seem to appear with healthcare presently. Teaching BA students is one of my great joys and passions. I hope your future experience will mirror the ones I've had with my students so you can make your families, communities, program, and profession proud of you. Healthcare will continue to encounter challenges going into the future, including introducing artificial intelligence in a way that maintains humanity and compassion for our patients. I've recently introduced an artificial intelligence scribe to do clinical notes in my practice, and I'm trying to look at doing agentic AI to help patients also in a patient-centered, secure way to help maintain the personal relationships I have with them and my PA. Without having a physician assistant in my practice, I'd never be able to achieve that. It's quite a big learning curve to get through there, so to continue to look after patients, my PA and I are able to partner to continue to see patients and advance care. I feel the education of Manitoba physician assistants prepares you to take the best of the past, adapt it for the future, for the benefit of the health of all Manitobans, which we've seen over the last few years increase with investments in education and healthcare within the province. We aspire to achieve this goal while supporting the efforts of the University of Manitoba, particularly in the areas of Indigenous care, diversity, and anti-racism. Please enjoy the post-ceremony celebration and best of success in your careers.
Thank you, Dr. Permick. So thank you to the friends and family and supporters of this incoming class for being in attendance today, both in person and virtually. Your presence is of utmost importance. I do want to take a moment to acknowledge the support of the Department of Family Medicine, the Max Redi College of Medicine, the Faculty of Graduate Studies, government, and CPSM, all who make this program possible. I also need to thank a couple people who worked tirelessly to make this day happen. Caitlin Dueck, Chris Piscasio, Eni Odele. Thank you for making today possible. Alana Simon and her team, as well as the AV team and physical plant, we're very grateful for you organizing today. We do have some refreshments. They are located on the second floor. If you go to these stairs or the elevator, go to floor 2 and take a left, and we do have a staff member there helping guide you where to go. And I think that is all we have today. Congratulations, MPAS Class 2027.